GCSE. Today is the Thursday the 15th of March and we're reporting from St Anne's Catholic High School for Girls. I'm joined here with Oscar-Jan and Fenegal.
Today's top stories: World Book Day, an interview with the head, and a Team GB athlete visits St Anne's.
And now we go to Ruby and Emma in room 2 reporting about lockdown.
So Ruby, what is lockdown? Lockdown is a procedure that happens when people in the school are in danger. This could include a terrorist coming into the school or a dog who's been let loose.
In the unlikely event of lockdown, what happens?
We will barricade the doors and lock it so no one can come in, and we will hide under the tables so that they won't be able to see us.
Is it just St Anne's or is there other schools in North London?
Many schools all over London, even all over England, take part in this procedure.
And now we're going to do a demonstration.
Oh, it's gone very quiet over there. Where's Ruby and Emma? Now we go to Frankie and Erin.
So, Christopher, what are we doing today and why?
Today we are practicing our creative writing skills for a competition judged by David Williams at the end of April.
So, Jessica, tell us about the importance of this workshop.
Well, writing allows you to express your emotions, and it really just lets you let yourself go and put everything away, so that it can make you feel more confident when you actually have it.
Back to you at the studio.
It looks all very interesting in room 17, but now we'll go to Jocelyn and Samantha, who are having an interview with the head teacher.
Today in St Anne's, we're going to talk to Ms. Skilling about how praising students may correlate to positive performance.
In many ways, by giving small efforts of praise, it may contribute to whether the student may succeed or fail.
Positive effects can range from a boost in self-esteem, motivation, perseverance, determination, and to strive to succeed. Now we'll talk to Ms. Skilling.
Why did you start celebrating students' work?
Well, I think it's very important that students are acknowledged, their work is acknowledged and rewarded, because it's very motivational. And it's not just behaviour, it's also students' attitude and students' work. It's very motivational. Everybody likes it when they're praised, don't they, however old you are. So from that point of view, and also encourages other girls to try and work towards rewards as well.
Why do you think it's important that people get praised, like students, for their hard work? Not once, but sometimes,
I think because students are producing great work in this school every single day, so it's nice to make sure that rewards are ongoing and they reflect that as well. So it's not just something that happens once a year, maybe at the end of the year, it's something that goes on through the year, because that is more motivational for students, I think.
2 in 5 head teachers show recognition of their students and reward their excellent effort, resulting in greater confidence.
From this interview, we would like head teachers to start recognising the work that students put into,
and to focus on the more positive aspects of a child rather than a negative.
Back to the studio.
And now we go to Ingrid and Katie to see how the preparation for BBC Songs of Praise is going.
I'm here with Sinead now. So Sinead, how do you think the prep is going?
I think the preparation's going really well. There's a lot of hard work going on, and for the last couple of weeks, because the competition was meant to be on Sunday before it got postponed, so there was a lot of after-school rehearsals on Mondays, but they usually finish at 5, but we will stay until 5:30. And it was really good to see the effort that people were putting in, running over the same 2 songs over and over, because everyone knows that we need to get them perfect.
Yeah. Do you think you stand a chance at this?
I feel like if we continue rehearsing the way we're going, because we've got more time now to perfect everything, because fix up on every little thing to make sure it's perfect. So I feel like if everyone keeps turning up every week, putting in 110%, we'll definitely have a good chance of winning.
Thank you, Sinead.
And on our left, we have Mr. Vaughan, who is our pianist for gospel choir. So, are you nervous for the competition in April 22nd?
I'm not quite nervous. I'm just making sure everybody's focused, making sure everything's in hand, and making sure that we are actually putting our best foot forward. You need to put 110% forward, because seeing the competition for the past few years, we've seen the standard it needs to bring. So, hoping that we'll get to that standard.
What have you done to prepare the girls?
Making sure that they are learning the harmonies personally. I'm helping in conjunction with the conductor, that we can help that you know your parts, you know your lines, you know the words and everything. So.
Now we go to Audrey Lee in the Maths corridor, who interviewed some people about World Maths Day.
It's World Maths Day in St. Anne's in room 16, and I am with 3 wonderful people who are going to be showing us around the room.
Today we are doing a World Maths Day, and we have all these great maths games, so we can get the kids in our school involved with maths in less of a classroom sort of way. So we want to make it more fun for everyone in our school.
Yeah. So why do we have World Maths Day?
So like kind of we can make everyone be in the mood of maths and kind of enjoy maths, because like some people, as we know, they're not really into maths, so we have to engage them to be more confident.
So what's going on around here?
Well, there's a few games, here's some chess and also puzzles and also the face paint over there. It's a bit of a different kind of gesture of things going around, so people can have fun doing maths in another way.
And now we go to Caitlin, reporting about Robotics Club in room 2.
Today we have Chi-Chi. Chi-Chi, what are you doing here?
Well, we come here every Wednesday and we learn how to build and program robots.
Lara, what's the most important part of robotics?
Well, it's been great because it's allowed us to work with girls from other year groups.
And Emma, what do you think about robotics?
Well, I think this club's really important as we're an all-girls school. There aren't enough female engineers in the world. I want to be the next Steve Jobs.
Sure, Emma. Back to you at the studio.
And now we go to Simran, who is reporting about Women's Day at Upper Site in Palmer's Green.
International Day. So, Precious, what is Women's International Day mean to you?
International Women's Day actually means quite a lot. It means that women now have equality. We have our own day to sort of celebrate ourselves and our gender, which is something that we never used to have before. So it actually means that we've had a quite big change in society. It means a lot.
Yeah, it's very true.
Wow, how inspiring. It feels great to be a woman. Now we go to Tanya and Louise, interviewing some people about the build-up to Pathways.
Now, Tanya, what is Pathways?
Pathways is when Year 9s choose what topics they want to take in the next 2 years, apart from the core subjects that we have to take, which is Maths, English, Science and RE.
Sounds stressful. You know, we had the parents' evening just last week and we have the Pathways meeting. Sounds really stressful. Time flies.
Okay, so we're here with Jessica and we're going to interview you today. How do you feel about Pathways?
Well, I have mixed emotions about Pathways. I'm happy because I'm able to pursue in a career with my GCSE, but I'm also like sad because I don't want to be stressed and have all that bad negative vibes all over me.
Are you 100% confident in what subjects you want to take?
Yes, I'm 100% confident.
What subjects are they?
I'm obviously going to take the core subjects, but then I also would like to take a language, which is Spanish. And I would also like to take a humanity, which is geography. Then I'm also thinking about taking art, and if I can, computer science.
Over to you.
So what options are you thinking about taking for GCSEs?
To be honest, I'm stuck between 2 subjects, drama and art, as I really enjoy both of them, but I don't really know which one to choose. But I'm pretty confident in taking drama because I really enjoy that. And between the humanities, I'll take history instead of geography.
Okay. How do you feel about the GCSE Pathways coming up?
I feel pretty confident in like what I'm choosing and how it gives me an opportunity to show like what I'm capable of doing. But I am pretty nervous in like the grades and like what my parents will think as well. But
would you advise other Year 9 students to actually think about their pathways and talk with their teachers?
Yeah, talking to teachers does have a big effect. I've spoken to many of my teachers about the pathway options that I'm going to be doing. But yeah, that's pretty good advice to give them.
Okay, back to Tanya. So Tanya, what advice do you have for all the Year 9 students that have pathways coming up?
I would say that they have to talk to all their teachers and get their advice on whether or not they would advise you to take that subject more or less than another subject. I would say talk to your achievement leaders and ask for their overall advice as well. Furthermore, I would also think that they should think about the pathway that they would get, A, B or C, and think about what subjects that they might have to take as a second option, because sometimes you might not get your first option.
That's very important. Lastly, they should revise, because having GCSEs is a big responsibility. It's a lot of organisation, meaning you should do your homework on time, and also make sure that you behave well in lesson and listen and have a good attitude towards learning. Well, now that Pathways meeting is actually coming up on Thursday, I'm looking forward to it. So back to you.
Netball competition.
And now we go to Sandra, who's with Dilba at the court side, reporting about interform netball competition.
So far, I think it's going really good, and I think it really brings out our team spirit. We won the first 2 rounds, and then the third round we just had right now, we won, which is great. So thank you. Back to the studio.
And now we go to Julia and Michaela reporting about World Book Day.
So we're going to be interviewing 2 students. Okay, our first question is about your costumes. What inspired you to choose the costumes that you did?
Well, Alice in Wonderland is my favourite book, so I chose the Mad Hatter because the Mad Hatter makes me laugh and it's crazy, and I think I'm crazy as well, so I just went with it. What about you?
Well, I grew up watching The Cat in the Hat on TV, and then I decided that this is what I wanted to do, and it was it's funny, and I can really feel back like myself.
Good answer.
Yeah.
Next question.
So now introducing Mary Poppins.
Hello.
What's the importance of World Book Day?
I think it's really important to encourage children to read from a really early age, right up until you're my age. I'm not going to tell you how old I am, but it's old. So I think it's really important to keep that love of learning, reading. It's an escape to a different place, so it's really important.
What inspired you to choose this costume?
Wow, Mary Poppins is one of my favourite characters because she's not only caring, but she likes to teach, but she likes to use fun and silliness in her teaching. And she tries to make sure that learning is fun and engaging, which is kind of what I want to do in my job.
And now we go back to upper side with Charlotte at Soup and Roll.
Tell us all about it.
Well, we do soup and roll every Friday during Lent, and we do this as £1 for soup and roll, and we do this to raise money for the Catholic Children's Society.
What a great cause for the Catholic Children's Society. Now back to the studio.
Now we have Vanessa interviewing a Team GB athlete.
Here we are with Team GB athlete JJ Jagaday.
So what excites you the most about a career as an athlete?
Traveling the world, meeting new people, and pushing my boundaries to see how far I can go.
What was your main goal of doing long jump?
I just wanted to beat the boy that beat me. But once we got past that phase, it was to try and get as far as I could. So first I wanted to jump 6, then 7, then 8. The next one is 9.
Obstacles when you were trying to reach your goals?
Every obstacle that you could throw. I tore my ACL, so I slipped on the board, ruptured my ACL, so my ligament. I was out for a year. That was horrible. What else has stopped me? I used to get lots of little injuries, but you just got to keep focused. You got to keep believing that you're capable.
Did the obstacles make you stronger as an athlete or set you back a bit?
They set me back, but definitely made me stronger. I think every obstacle is an opportunity to get over and show what you can do.
Thank you very much, JJ, and over to Holly with the weather.
Reporting the news from St Anne's Lower Side with the weather. At about 9 o'clock, there's going to be a 39% chance of light precipitation, as you can see. And it's going to be light and breezy, and at 9 o'clock you can expect it to be already raining. Throughout the day, it's going to get a bit better, and by 2 o'clock you should expect to see clear and blue skies, hopefully, but probably not. Thank you for listening. This was St Anne's Lower Side's weather.
Thank you for tuning in into our BBC School Report. I am Oscar Jan.
Morgan. Ben Edgar.
Goodbye.
Ciao. Görüşürüz.